And I mean, I like it. I personally like these changes, and I'm
He is
looking forward to seeing what
strong.
he does here. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that ulti, 50% slow. You don't joke around 50% slow, static. Um, and you know, yeah, it's. I think Prophet really has a good potential now with that ulti. And not necessarily the best here against Doctor or Magnus or Andro, but you know, he there's definitely applications for the hero for where he can get some damage off in team fights and whatnot.
yeah.
Okay, I
That is
guess.
that is a good point though. With the heroes that have a lot of mobility, and Doctor and Magnus at least, they got some. Maybe Prophet isn't as strong against because he kind of wants you to stand in a certain area
Mm,
without actually having a stun that he relies on at least. And so far, I mean, they got more access now with that pickup, so I guess they got a couple of options here to try to keep them in place on top of his ultimate. But yeah, it seems like this isn't the strongest draft to do it against, though. You are right there,
mm.
the Prophet pick, but
Oh, come on, pick the keeper.
there
Oh
we go.
wait,
Look
can
at
he
me.
even be kicked in picked
No,
in
he
comp
can.
games?
That's no, yeah, he
Yeah.
can. Yeah, he can. Yeah,
Oh, he can.
yeah.
Okay. Well, no one ever done it, so I was just wondering if that was actually a possibility.
Oh yeah, I just think he's kind of considered not to be that great right now for my
Yeah.
players. So, what was that? Magebane. Here we go. Complexity. The Magebane versus Doctor Repulsor matchup.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Story is old as time. Definitely. Who gets the jump, and who gets jumped. That's kind of how it goes. If Doctor gets to jump Magebane, Magebane will most likely die. If
Yeah.
Magebane just sits out and waits for Doctor to be low mana, Doctor dies. And yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch Formless and I assume Fibelli going toe to toe here
hmm
with the like who can get the better positioning.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how we're thinking about X Sync and whether or not they're gonna kind of have some fun draft here and a little bit different, but Complexity is actually the one that's busting out a little bit different. Now Magebane again is not as surprising. We have actually been seeing a little bit of Magebane lately. We saw it a
Mm.
couple times yesterday, in fact, and do pretty well. We talked about the Moira synergy, how we even learned that it's even a little more powerful than we thought. So, but also the Prophet though. Again, that's clearly the one though that's definitely. I'm intrigued to see. And I know definitely
Yeah,
other people out there as well. Malakin is going to be the final pick, however.
interesting. So
So
it's a
it's
jungle
yeah,
doctor.
Jungle Doctor.
Okay.
I think a lot of that comes down to with the Mage Main pick. They're like, do we really want to put our carry focus on a hero that can possibly be somewhat countered by their carry? And the
Yeah.
answer is no here. So
Oh, might need a remake. Let's cross fingers that they won't need it.
swap.
Swap. Come on, Fib. No, they didn't
Uh,
swap. Well,
remake.
there we
Unless he's
go.
playing Magnus.
Mm.
Macera on the Malakin. Could
Oh,
happen.
okay. No, we good. We good. Okay, that's
Are
nice.
they? Did they say we're good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Slap said never mind. So.
Wow, they're
It's,
actually keeping this. Okay. I was kind of
Fibelli has
joking
played.
there.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at it, Macera and Fibelli actually swapped already.
Huh.
So that means Fibelli had Malkin and swapped it away.
Interesting. So this is the plan. So Macera is going to be their hard carry here, and
Hmm?
Fabelli going to go to what I think is going to. No, was it going to be suicide
Suicide.
or? Okay.
That's definitely suicide equipment right there.
Yeah.
Buckler, pooled region, and a health potion. I'll definitely wager that he's going to the suicide position here.
hmm
Hmm. All right.
This is
Now,
going to be fun.
Meraxis, what's he? Oh my God, Fuzzy's next little tryharding right here. He's cutting down the tree on the Hellborn side. So when the hero in mid needs to go eat a tree with the Blightstones, there's going to be a little bit further away.
That's
That
so
is
rude.
that is rude. Yeah, that's you should call some of those rainforest protectors there. That's not cool. But yeah, anyway, it's gonna be Fuzzy versus a Behe in mid. This time, Matthias, aka Owned Me, will be playing the mid lane. I'm happy to see that. It's definitely the role that I remember him
Yeah.
playing the best in.
Well, he likes to play for sure. So Yeah, going to be on the Behemoth as well. And that's also exciting and curious. Again, I assume he's just going to go more of the routine, initiate and get that portal key and play more of that style. But there's still the possible hope of.
Oh yeah, you talk about the rift shards.
Rift shards, assassin job, baby. Yeah, not going to happen here. I know. So he's going to be matched up against more Axis, though, here in the middle lane. So Prophet, see, going back to Prophet, though, the one thing that I think has always been the issue for him, and it wasn't necessarily addressed with the balance. Maybe it was kind of where the W, the 1-point wonder of it, is now a little more powerful even, but the idea that he really needs levels. I feel like this hero definitely needs levels. You know, kind of goes like the Demented Shaman that we're talking about. You really, unlike some others, a lot of these other sports where they can be fine if they fall a little bit behind, you want the levels on them. So that's still a little bit of a concern here.
Oh, Midas.
Profit.
No, it's fine.
But
yeah, I think you're completely right. Prophet's still one of the supports, just like DCM, that really wants. I mean, he's kind of weak without the levels. And his spells are not. I mean, you can't like Prophet is one of those heroes where it's not like Andrew, where you're like, all right, this stun is pretty good, and like every spell on Prophet is pretty good. And you want the persecution, you want the invigorate so you can heal stuff and make the attack faster, but you also want the debilitate to make the damage scale better on them. It's like it's a lot of nice spells on the hero. So yeah. We'll see what he chooses, but right now he's stacking the camp here, the pool camp, so he's going to get some XP that way, and that's good to see.
That'll be the plan. He's doing his best to try to box out Fabelli, but I'll say Fabelli is holding his own pretty well here at the bottom. He's already level 3, in fact. He is going to start feeling a little bit more now, though. See, the pull to regen is wearing off, and only has one more tree eater and a health potion left. Prophet
he's going for the skill. He's going for the skill.
Oh, the Milite, there we go. Out comes the persecution, a couple more auto attacks. Man, Fabelli's living life on the edge. He is going to, the health potion canceled. He is going to be fine, but that's going to be a lot of regen lost there.
Look at that. Love just taunted Fabelli when he was running away. Wow. It's like, yeah, this is my property. Don't come back, man. That was nice. You got good show of dominance right there from Love. And also a nice man up. Like, I actually thought Fib would have that. With the stun ready, but yeah, Love definitely knowing his hero better than Fibly.
Yeah, that's well played indeed. And during all of that, obviously Magebane is just farming away. Formless doing a great job here. 21 and 8 so far, looking really good. Middle lane, more Axis and Behemoth going at it. Apparently, Fuzzy Sloth found something funny there.
Yeah, he was being very aggressive on B, who didn't have mana, but he decided to back off. If he had stun up there, that would have been a kill on Matthias. But on that, the matchup is pretty even. I want to say, like between them, they're both like 310-ish.
Yeah, very very close. Just over 300 GPM for both of them as well. So it is a very close duel. It's slight advantage for Fuzzy Sloth here, but
look at Midas here.
Oh wow.
He's just scouting a slap being low. But Andrew is...
Andrew's coming in. Yeah, you see Midas is going to go over the ledge. Look at there to try to cut him off even. 4-minute rune. They're going to protect that. Meanwhile, middle lane, down goes Matthias. As Parasite comes over to help with Moraxis. And get the kill even for Moraxis. Down here, Prophet runs into Magnus. Magnus now realizing he might be in some trouble himself. Here comes the starter's Parasite. Leech is going to be used. Magnus has a stun in 1 more second. He also has a Steam Bath. He might need to use it just if anything to try to get away. No, he stuns and stuns right into Moraxis. And Fuzzy Sloth gets credit for the kill right there. So, nice turn by him. And now all of a sudden, Fuzzy Sloth is 440 gold per minute at this point in the game. So, not good news for X-Sync, giving that kind of a start, especially to Fuzzy here on Moraxis. He really, now with Mickey gone,
top lane,
we're definitely looking for as Midas. Okay, he's trying to juke right here. Yeah, he could have done it. Well, good patience actually from Panny. Oscar was trying to disjoint the Comet stun, but wasn't giving him the chance.
Panny already taking out the possibilities of a negative immortal. I kind of hate that, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I was talking about though with Mickey leaving, trying to find that new middle player that's just exciting and really good and really fun to watch. And Fuzzy Sloth, I feel like is kind of maybe going to step into that role. He's been getting a lot of momentum as of late and definitely a lot of credit, but he most certainly is. Seems like he's always just a lot of fun to watch and great with the hook heroes too. We know that with prisoners, so I think that tends to help.
Oh, mid lane.
Yep, they're going. Parasite comes in, and there's the Fallout Matrix. Jeez, everything is burst after burst after burst. And Behemoth will fall once again. But on top of all that, I got to point this out. Alchemist Bones purchased by Malikan unless... Okay, no, now he's sold them.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Well, he is against the Parasite, and they don't really have an obvious answer to that. So I wouldn't hate it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, because you're going against the Magebane. If you want to go late game, you need to be able to outfarm Magebane, and Magebane is going for that Claver from the looks of it. So he's going to be farming very, very fast. Yeah, I'm not sure what Messiah is thinking here. He is going to go it in the end.
Yeah. He indeed will. So how about that?
I think he only had enough for the recipe.
Okay.
Because he just used all of his gold on that.
Yeah. Oh, Moraxis middle lane. Look at the combo here. They will get the easy kill. Dr. Pulsar flying in. Obviously, Doctor's been in the jungle. Almost forgot about that. Maybe they did too on the complexity. All of a sudden, he comes out, and now he's 300 gold per minute as he helps to get the assist right there, at least, for that middle kill. So, yeah, Zlapt has been quietly doing his own thing in the jungle here on this Doctor. And he's looking pretty strong, actually, so far. How does he like to build his jungle Doctor? I don't know.
On Slapped?
Yeah.
Like skill wise?
Well, no, more so items as far as is it typical
usually,
like icon or.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the typical build. You go mana ring into the icon, like you split it eventually, but you start with the mana ring to get you some sustain in the jungle, and Slapped is most likely building that amulet of the exile into mana ring.
So this kind of goes back to what we're talking about of an underleveled Prophet, and I mean you look at right now he's level 3 currently, and you kind of just look at what he's providing. Not a whole lot at this point. 10% increased damage is nice from the Q, but then the persecution it's only the 2 attacks in a half second stun, basically mini stuns right here. So yeah, I mean he is going to try to assist right here for a kill on Behemoth. Meanwhile, though, gets support from Andromeda. Behemoth will end up falling, however. Moraxis Stomp, though, hits Andromeda. Doctor just doesn't have enough mana to assist, and Andromeda will fall in the end. So you see now the Invigorate's up on Prophet, and it's going to start throwing that around to heal up and increase the attack speed here. So well played there, and a couple of catches for Complexity coming out there. As meanwhile, Magebane continues to put pressure on the bottom lane.
Yep. I mean, depending on how much pressure they are able to put on the Magebane, he's going to be going for a defensive item. If they don't put any pressure on him at all, he's going to go straight for Wound Cleaver. And you know what? That's what he's going to do.
Yep.
And he's going for Magnus as well.
Oh yeah, that's an easy kill. He was completely out of mana because of Magebane, and no chance for him to get away at that point. Mana Rift, might as well use it. It's, not necessarily, you're not really looking for a big team ultimate for Mana Rift at this point in the game especially, so at this point.
No, I mean, it secures the kill.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they wanted to do. And also, Parasite's been really active on some really key points. What you got is definitely making a point that trying to get kills is something he values over just farming.
Oh yeah.
And he's been generally successful both in the mid lane and also here in the bot lane.
Yeah, they've been, in the series against BMG, they first picked it twice, and I want to say, I'm blanking on if they first picked it this game or not. But it might have been Midas, actually. But still,
yeah, it was Midas.
It was Midas. So I think they second picked it both of these games. But still, the point is, it's been a very powerful pickup for them, and one that they I mean, we know this. What you got is obviously has a lot of history on this hero. So, or they didn't play the first game. Now I think about it, they actually played the War Beast. But
oh yeah.
Still, today's been a lot of Parasite. Both games in the first series was.
Definitely. And you know what? He has great, Parasite is great with a hard carry. You saw last game with Slapped attempted to run a hard carry with a Tempest, and they just take too much space from each other to Like one of them are going to have to get less farm than usual. And this time around, Parasite is one of those junglers that can really give a lot of space to the carry because he can just sit in the catapult. Right now, what you got is sitting in the catapult. He's pushing out the lane in a place where Magebane wouldn't be safe doing it because there could be a Beaky stun, a Magma stun, whatever. He could get ganked, but the Hell Cannon, the chance of that Parasite dying in the Hell Cannon, they are so slim that he can just sit down here, push it out, and keep farming. And that's just a really strong matchup. Yeah. Meanwhile, Magebane is just cleaning up the jungle. 500 GPM.
Yeah, his GPM's only going to go up and up from here, and this is without the Rune Cleaver, of course. That he's this impressive a farm already, of 470 gold per minute, so Formless is no doubt going to continue to be a very scary presence here. And, you know, Dr. Pulsar, sure, he's not maybe the hard carry for the team anymore, as they ended up drafting the Malakin in the end, you know, maybe as a way to, like I said, go around the counter of Magebane as middle lane. Speaking of Doctor, he jumps right into the stun, though. However, here comes Behemoth with the Shockwave Magma's Eruption. He does get it off. Moraxis is dropping, and yes, he will go down. So that was scary for a second, but the jump is successful, and Malakin even coming in to help push it out here. Up the middle lane.
Look at Penny's positioning here. He is very aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, ooh. They might try to steal the Ancients here. But that could come back to hurt them, because there's a ward from Love. They see what's going on here.
Well, Malakin has ultimate for him. Is he going to use it here? Yeah. But still, they are using a bait now. Prophet coming over. You see TP, and they don't want to give this up. And here we go. Mana Rift right off the bat. What a pick one right there. And down goes Doctor of Pulsar. Magmus and Malakin on the run. Magmus is going to fall. Malakin still not alive just yet. He's going to need to keep running. He does not have mana for a sword throw. There's another blink from Magebane. He body blocks maybe a little bit. There's the leech, and one more auto attack. Formless gets the double tap. Well, he said wasn't expected to get a big Mana Rift ultimate this early on in the game for a team, but man, that was a big one there.
Definitely. And that's the danger of like going aggressive on Ancients. If you're not sure that whether or not the enemy team has it warded or not, you should throw down a counter ward if you want to do it, because it can come back to hurt you, and that's what it did. Like that, three kills for no one. That's not a good start in a 12-minute game here.
Absolutely not. So you got a Malakin too. Again, he went the Alk Bones first, like you're saying. You actually kind of you like it here against the Parasite, and it is a great enhanced farming tool. But so I guess in that sense too, at least he has ways to, you know, despite that death there, he's still ideally going to be able to keep up with the Magebane. But yeah, Magebane at the same time now 560 gold per minute himself. The Rune Cleaver, of course, has been finished for a while. In fact, he has something else being delivered to him. So he might have even finished his Abyssal Skull or whatever he is going for next on the agenda here. But Prophet's level 6 as well, by the way, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, mid lane.
That's a shared fate. You just see jump in the middle lane on a Magmus from Parasite. In comes Moraxis. Oh, he misclicked, though. He thought he portal keyed in. He actually stomped nothing in the end. And down goes Magmus, however, as he still runs in for the Matrix kill. But now he's on the run trying to get away. Will be successful as Midas straight in. Oh, they're looking to turn, but another miss stun from Fuzzy Sloth. So making some misplays here, unfortunately. And now Fuzzy Sloth, he's going to end up falling, most likely, as he does. Magebane jumps in pretty late. Mana Rift. That's an illusion? No, that is a real one. He just doesn't have mana for the Mana Rift. As down goes Andromeda there, and then he'll blink out of safety. Although they're still chasing this Midas, but they might want to. Yeah, here we go. Fuzzy buys back, stomps, and this time he makes sure to land it. And both Malakin and Behemoth fall. It's a hat trick for Formless. You do not want to be giving that up.
It's so fat, man. That's 5-0, and he has 620 DPM 14 minutes into the game. Oof.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, if you go Alk Bones or Malakin, you're not fighting. That's not a fighting build. That's a farming build. That's like, I wanna be able to contest Magebane late game in my farm and in my ability to farm. But right now they're trying to team fight, and that just doesn't work. And also, the reason Moraxis kind of got outplayed by Penny. Penny landed the Aurora on him, and he didn't notice. So he pole keyed, but he really didn't, and then he stunned the ground. So that was a nice Aurora from Penny.
Yeah. Well, that would definitely do it here. So, but in the end, obviously, you kind of had the last laugh there as the buyback, and the eventual stomp on 2. So, yeah, this Magebane, though, I mean, this is just ridiculous. The Firebrand, another 1,700 gold already saved up. And then you look at how long we're in this game. Oh, it's only 15 minutes. This is not like a 30-minute game here. I mean, this is 15 minutes into this game. He's already going to, I mean, at this rate, going to have a very early Geometer's Bane. Meanwhile, big fight going on middle lane. Shared Fate is out from Prophet right here. Spreading some good damage. Beam within Andromeda already dead, and they also get Magnus on top of that. I kind of got into that late, but what you got with a hat trick, and he's even looking for more. Dr. Pulsar, this Tom hits, and it will be a quad kill for what you got. Behemoth comes back in. Are we going to see an Annihilation? You know he wants it. What you got? He's just a matter of getting at the right target. He's in the uphill up here. He's in a bad spot, really. And he's going to have trouble getting out of this. I don't think he's going to be able to, actually. Let's see this goes melee versus this Magnus. Meanwhile, Malakin's still chasing, but that's going to be a wrong decision, as now Malakin going to be trapped. Parasite going to go for the TP. Nope, that's not going to work, though. He goes for the turn kill, but he will die in the end. Meanwhile, back over to Malakin. Nice swap from Andromeda at the last second. It will keep him alive for the time being, but now Complexity is going to go retreat mode. More Axis is caught. More Axis, the Storms, or the Shockwave on top of him will secure the kill, and now Prophet. Nice block from Matthias right there to secure the kill onto him. So they do actually get a couple kills in the end. There were a couple buybacks. Fabelli and Matthias both bought back there. Does result in a double tap at least for Behemoth there. So,
I mean, that's something, but that's still a very scary looking Magebane.
yeah,
I'm not sure if he goes. I don't think he's going to go strong ahead. He's going a pretty greedy route here. So I would expect him to go to either finish up his geometers, or go for maybe, I don't know, even a. I would like to see him get Basher shrunken head just because at some point in this game, just because he's so far ahead, he can actually just jump in and you know, hit someone until they're dead. But his next item, yeah, he is going to finish that up. That's definitely a legitimate choice as well.
yeah. Did he go Geometer's Bane?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He just finished it.
Yep, being delivered here. So, and again, we're only 17 and a half minutes in, basically, is when he's going to get it here. Already have what he does is definitely ridiculous. But it is not only him. I mean, he's so far ahead, it maybe seems like his opponents or his teammates even are not doing that great, but they are. I mean, Parasite 380, where Axis 365, and definitely seeing their farm. Puzzle Box is level 3, I assume, yeah. Onto Parasite here. Midas working on the Astrolabe still, would be my guess, but he did get the portal key first even.
Mid lane? No.
Is he going to jump? No.
He portal keyed away. Oscar could definitely feel the pressure from a hasted Doctor, or at least a haste in the bottle. But yeah, Slap did split up his mana ring and built the Icon of the Goddess.
Yeah, I feel like definitely have to remind myself, too, that this has been a jungle Doctor here. I mean, he really has done a great job, and honestly is showing that Dr. Repulsor jungle is something that actually can work pretty well in the right hands. It's just this game overall obviously just hasn't gone their way necessarily. But, I mean, it's definitely not a runaway either. I mean, the Golden experience, it's nothing too, it's not crazy. It's still very possible to come back from this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's beginning to look a lot like this is going to be all Magebane. He's getting all the space here, and if they could just not feed the remainder of the team, I think they're gonna have a chance of, you know, killing Magebane in a team fight and then taking the team fight.
Yeah.
Magnus has Poliki as well. They want to go bottom.
Magebane sends the illusions in,
Oh my God.
They got there late. He flashed out just before. He's gonna be pulled back, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, great reaction from Formless. He sent the illusions up. He spotted it at the last second. And he was able to blink in time, so great reactions on his part, definitely.
Oh, now they're going to turn it on Magnus.
Yep. Midas coming in to assist for that, and sure enough, Formless gets credit for the kill. 6-0-4 now. And into the tower. As that's going to drop there. Top lane, they're going to be jumping this Malakin maybe. Or no, Malakin jumps him, actually. They had found Doctor. Down goes Prophet off the bat. Parasite, he's taking some good damage. However, yep, it is going to be enough. So, good couple of kills there coming out for the Legion side. But look at Magebane blinking over. He wants to make some. Now, Doctor is pretty low in mana. There's a big stop from Moraxis. Here comes Magebane. The mana rift. Oh, that's going to be huge. And it was. Doctor goes down. Behemoth felt it as well. He will fall. It's a double tap for Formless. Probably going to be a hat trick in the end. As Booyah, champion of New Earth on top of it all. So, again, honestly, I mean, these fights, it's not like completely rollovers, but It's just simply better for complexity, and the biggest thing is that Magebane's continually coming out on top here of these fights.
Look at this GPM. Like, this is more than Probusk, I'm pretty sure.
750 now, yeah.
750. Alright, at least it's worthy of Quincy's stats here, I'm sure. That is some very nice farm you got on Magebane. And I wonder what he's gonna go for, if it's gonna be like the safe choice in the Shrunken. I'm pretty sure he has something coming here because he has no gold in his inventory.
I think he got the Shrunken, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's a safe choice. He can just man up. He's 18 as well. His XPM is also way higher than anyone else.
Yeah, being delivered right here. So yeah, again, this is just a takeover game from him. But
It was no. He's going. Yeah, okay. So he's going.
Oh.
He's going like super tanky.
Okay. I did not see it, yeah, so. Let's say goes the Ice Brand with the Blessed Orb. So, yeah, Frost of Skull is indeed going to be coming here. But, I mean, what I do go back to, though, is that, again, X-Sync, these fights even, we're really seeing that they're actually able to fight pretty well until Magebane eventually gets there, sure, but if they're able to get some exchanges going on without Magebane especially being there, like we saw at least at the beginning of that, I mean, they could definitely win these fights here. And both Malikan and Doctor even are definitely, especially Malikan, he actually is farming very well.
Yeah, I mean 450 is definitely reasonable. I feel like most of them getting ahead comes down to them, you know, having the numbers on complexity. Like they're like 4 versus 2 or something like that, and then they catch Parasite and kill him. And then Magebane and Moraxis comes in to clean up. That's usually how it goes. But yeah, if they can just, you know, isolate like maybe 2 players with the entirety of their team, they can definitely, I mean, they can start to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Can start thinking about coming back into this game. Because right now Magebane is going to do his very best to close him completely out.
Yeah, Magebane.
Finish his Frost off.
Yep. That's ridiculous. 2100 life on him. And he goes right into Kongor. Do they have an Abyssal Skull? They do on Parasite, yeah. So they got that taken care of too. And you see a fast Kongor's dropping right here. The Mana Combustion helping. And
if he gets Wingbow, he's going to be like unkillable for this team. There's not going to be enough magic damage on the side, and physical damage is not really going to harm him.
yeah.
So it's looking pretty tough, I'm not going to lie.
No, yeah, it's definitely as much as hope as we're maybe giving to X-Sync here. It's obviously it's at the same time it's still a game to lose for complexity, really. So you see,
Don't see
a 1,000 GPM game here. Magebane obviously is over 800 GPM now, and it's safe to say that they're very aware of it on the other side. As he is very farmed here. He does have the token, so he takes a little bit of damage there, but not going to just feed himself either. Will fall back before too much happens. Keeping X-Sync in their base, though. They're literally just clumped up in their base, waiting for a push to happen here.
And Malikan just jumped in.
Well, so as I say that, Malikan jumps in. There's the swap from Andromeda. Here comes a big Pathos Shockwave on top of the Eruption, but Magebane is still well alive in the meantime, and he's got a big Mana Rift coming. I can feel it. Behemoth locking him down. They clean up everyone but Magebane, really. Magebane, they'll blink back into the other side, and he's looking to finish off Malikan, which he will do just that. Now it's Doctor's turn, and Doctor goes down, so he ends up with a hat trick, but he is by himself here. Behemoth did manage to live, so I guess the jump ended up working all right for X-Sync, but not really, because Magebane still lived and also even has the token.
Yep.
And they can't really come back to this. So Malikan does have a buyback, but I guess he's not going to waste it here.
I think Behe will be able to defend against the low HP Magebane like this. The only problem with this build on Magebane is he can't really regain life. If he had lifesteal here, he would have been just fine, like going head on with all 5 of them. But since he has no fast way of getting back his HP, he's gonna have to play a little bit safe.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have token, but he didn't feel like losing token to a Behe just now, especially when there's this much time left on it.
Yeah, still what, 245? Yeah, 245.
Interesting build here coming out from Malikan. Spell Sunder. Oh, okay, he sold it again.
Spell Sunder. I find that hard to believe that would be a serious pickup.
Yep.
There we
Same,
go.
same.
Buys a Slayer instead. That makes a little more sense.
Oh,
That's
is that gonna be?
Savage?
Is that gonna be the all-in Doombringer?
I
I
doubt
hope
it.
so.
Oh, he sells it. Okay, so he's undecided. He even sells it and then runs back, and now he buys it again. So he's really... I mean, they must be having a conversation about it, because he seems very uncertain if that's what he wants or not. But it looks like that he is going to end up with that, and I assume it's going to be a Savage Mace in the end here. But as 5,400 gold on Magebane, you talked about the possibility of a winged bow, so that's definitely coming up pretty quickly here. At this point, we're only, again, 26 minutes into the game, but 870 gold per minute will do that for you.
That's so insane. That is so insane. That's almost 1,000 DPM per minute.
It's up there. For a non-Salamon game, this has to be one of the more higher marks we've seen. And, you know, I want to say we've had over 900 GPM a couple times, and I don't think we've ever had over 1,000, though, of non-Salamon. I don't recall, at least, so...
No, I think you're right. That's incredibly hard to achieve against like a team that's not just feeding you kills.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be making something happen with this token of life, I believe. Magebane's probably just blinking in. No? Okay.
He could have, yeah, you're right.
You could just blink in, use his geometers, and just make the tower parry.
Oh, Behemoth, he's sitting here with an Invis, actually. He's going to open with a stun, wow. Figured he wanted to try to set up. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, so the vulnerability's now down. These racks are going to drop really quickly. You got to make a decision here. Apparently, it's to just let it go. they're hoping that the token maybe expires any second now, but that's not happening. It still has 40 more seconds on it. So there's wow, they bring him really far back. Here comes a follow-up though. Moraxis stuns in. Shockwave is going to land. Magebane is dropping quickly. He might end up falling here, but again, he has a token. He's going to end up getting a kill on Andromeda first. As down goes Behemoth as well. The shared fate also doing a bit of work there from Prophet. There goes the kill on Magebane, but now he's back up, good to go. He has a mana rift still. They're just cleaning up, pushing into the well. He wants to use it right there. He will in the well. He's diving it. He takes a stun, but look, all the misses. Oh my God, that's when you know you might as well call it GG. All right. That's tanking the well and killing them in it is never a good sign. So, oh, they might chase him down here. Oh my God! He takes him out. The immortal hat trick for Magebane. And all right. If you're X-Sync, I think they could say GG. Yeah.
That was the Prophet's thing. The Prophet heal being on him. He just attacked maximum attack speed, like 4 attacks on Doctor's 1 attack. Wow.
Ridiculous. The official mark. We'll see what it officially says at the end, but it's like 934 or so for Magebane. So 933.7 here is the official for Formless on that Magebane. Absolutely ridiculous. Sure, at the end there especially, obviously, that time it was pretty much over, but any of the higher GPM games is going to be at least some kind of involvement of a little bit of feed there, but that was impressive to watch, though. I mean, definitely it wasn't an easy game.